Alan Payne is an American actor who is known for his versatility and captivating acts. He has made a name for himself in the entertainment business, from his early days to his rise in Hollywood. Payne's life story is one of determination, hard work, and persistence. This in-depth biography covers his early years, family, career, collaborations, and personal problems, giving a full picture of the man behind the rules' early life and family background. Alan Roberts Payne was born on July 7, 1968, in Harlem, New York City. He grew up there, in a neighborhood with a lot of cultural past, but a lot of social and economic problems. Payne had a hard time from a young age because his parents, Barbara and Alan Roberts, worked hard to support their family. They taught him to be determined and have a strong work ethic. Payne's interest in the arts began early on, and Parsons' thriving artistic community provided a perfect environment for his growing love. He went to the prestigious High School of Performing Arts in New York City, which is known for fostering talented students, like Al Pacino and Jennifer Aniston. Here Payne helped him improve his acting skills and gain a deep respect for the craft. Starts of a big step forward in TV. Alan Payne started his acting career in the late 1980s with small TV parts. His big break came when he played the lead in the 1989 TV movie, Rooftops, which was directed by Robert Wise. The movie showed off Payne's talent and could lead to bigger roles. As a growing star in films in the early 1990s, Payne moved to films, getting good reviews for his acts. One of his most famous roles was as Key Money in the 1991 movie New Jack City, which starred Wesley Snipes. The movie, which was directed by Mario Van Pease and became a cultural phenomenon, was a financial success and a look at drug abuse and crime in cities. Payne's performance as G Money was both intense and nuanced, which made him famous and established him as a promising actor in Hollywood. His ability to show complicated emotions and his presence on screen made he was wanted highlights of talent's work. Between 1990 and 1992, The Cosby Show and other hits were big. A recurring part on the famous TV show, The Cosby Show, put Payne in the public eye. He played Vanessa Huxell's boyfriend, Lance Rodman. This role made him famous and let more people appreciate his acting skills. In 1994, Payne played the lead part of Jason Alexander in the romantic drama, Jason's Lyric. The movie also starred Jada Pinkett Smith. Appointment is an exploration of love, family, and personal redemption set in Houston's inner city. Payne's performance was praised for its depth and emotional intensity, solidifying his status as a leading man in Hollywood. In 2000, Payne was in the hit movie, The Perfect Storm, directed by Wolfgang Peterson. The movie was based on a real story and had an all-star cast that included George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg. Payne's performance as Alfred Pierre showed that he could hold his own among actresses and added another important role to his list of accomplishments. Tyler Perry's House of Payne. One of Payne's most famous roles was as CI on Tyler Perry's TV show House of Payne, which ran from 2006 to 2012 and again in 2020 as a revival. The sitcom, which is about the daily lives of the Payne family, was a big hit, earning Payne a lot of fans and plenty of praise. Praise Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's work with Payne on House of Payne has been one of the most important projects of his career, was working with Perry on the show, and Payne's performance as CJ Payne will live on in television history. The show gave Payne a stable and important part, and it also gave him a chance to show off his comedic and dramatic skills. Even though he was successful at work, he had problems with his family and himself. In his personal life, Alan Payne has been through a lot of sadness and hardship. He has lost close family members, including his mother Barbara, who died after a long illness. Payne has talked about how her death had a big impact on him personally and professionally. The grief and pain of losing his mother led Payne to step away from the limelight for a while, so he could process his loss and find a way to heal. This time of reflection and mourning was important for his Payne because it helped him connect with his deeper personal losses. Payne has also had health problems. While most of the facts of these problems have been kept secret, there have been reports of Payne and living with stress and anxiety, which are common problems in the high-stress world of entertainment. These problems have forced him to find balance in his life and focus on his health. Alan Payne has had a number of health problems over the years, but he has kept a lot of information from people. There are rumors that Payne has dealt with stress and anxiety problems that are common in the entertainment business. The constant demands of acting and the need to keep up a public image have definitely. In the entertainment business, actors often have to deal with long hours, unpredictable schedules, and the pressure to always give great performances, all of which can lead to mental health problems. For Pay, things have been the same. Keeping up with his work while dealing with personal losses, like the death of his mother, has caused him a lot of worry, which has hurt his mental and physical health. Personal loss and its effects. The death of Barbara Payne, Payne's mother, was especially sad. Her death left a big hole in his life that affected him deeply in both his personal and business life. Alan's mother, Payne, was both a loving mother and a guiding force in his life. Her support and encouragement were key to his early career, but they also led to a time of intense grief and mourning. Pay's struggle with his mother's death forced him to take a break from his career, to deal with his grief, and find a way to heal. This break was necessary for Payne because it gave him time to focus on his mental health. He probably hadn't paid enough attention to his health and well-being because of the pressures of his job and having to deal with fame and privacy. Alan Payne has always been a private person who wants to keep his personal life out of the public eye. The public's interest in his life has often been at odds with his desire for privacy. Finding a balance between his privacy and the public's interest in his life has been a constant struggle for Payne. Because of his fame, he has had to deal with a lot of unwanted attention and rumors about his relationships and personal choices. This inspection has sometimes made his stress and anxiety worse throughout his career. Like many artists, Payne has had to deal with financial problems. Financial pressures at different points in his career. He has had times of great success, but there have also been times when parts were scarce, and it was harder to keep up with his bills. This is because acting work is unpredictable, and he has had to. Having to work to support oneself and one's family has added another level of stress to Pay's life. Having affairs and dating, having romantic ties, Alan Payne has always kept his love life pretty private, rarely talking about his relationships in public. However, over the years, a few of his relationships have become public. One of the more well-known was with actress Dimitri McKean, who was his co-star on House of Payne. The chemistry between Payne and McKean was clear on screen, which led to many people think that Payne and McKean are dating, but neither of them has confirmed it. Their close friendship and frequent public appearances together have only added to the rumors. Payne's relationships, whether they are real or just rumors, have always been closely watched. The stress of keeping the public perfect, keeping up a good public image, while dealing with complicated personal relationships, has been a problem for a long time. Payne's unwillingness to talk about his personal life has caused some confusion, and the media and the public's wrong ideas about legal problems. Alan Payne has mostly avoided major legal scandals, but there have been a few small ones that have gotten a lot of attention from the media. One of these was a dispute with a former agent over contractual obligations and commissions. The dispute was eventually settled out of court, but it showed how difficult it can be for actors to manage their careers and relationships with agents and managers. People look closely at the media and think that they only care about Payne. There have been times when his personal life has caused problems and misunderstandings. For example, sexuality rumors about Payne have been going around for years. This is partly because he is very private and doesn't have any public relationships. Payne has never responded to these rumors in public, choosing to focus on his work and keep his privacy.